What is going on, everyone? It is New York Sports Up here, and I'm back at it with another New York Giants video. And I'm going to talk about the Kyle Rudolph signing by the New York Giants for 2 years and $14 million. I'm also going to talk about Evan Engram and the future of Evan Engram. Will he be a Giant next year? Will the Giants trade him? Will the Giants cut him? What will they do with Evan Engram? I'm going to talk about both of those topics I just said in this video. So if you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Giants content as well as Yankees and Knicks content. If you are a fan of those teams, like the video and also subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. Also, turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. So, let's talk about this signing, okay? So, Kyle Rudolph is a tight end for the Vikings. Pretty much his whole career he's with the Vikings, and he was a very solid tight end. He was not, he was never like a Pro Bowler. I don't know if he was a Pro Bowl. He might have made a Pro Bowl before in his career, but he was never one of the elite tight ends in the league, up there with like the Kelseys, the Kittles, what else? What's the guy from the Raiders? Darren Waller, those kind of guys, like Rob Gronkowski when he was good, when he was in his prime. He wasn't that kind of tight end. He was always a slightly above average tight end. And I'm not expecting Kyle Rudolph to be the starter unless we trade Evan Engram. I'm not expecting him to be the starter. I'm expecting him to be the backup tight end to Evan Engram. I think he's kind of going to be like a slightly better Rhett Ellison, if that makes any sense. This kind of reminds me of the Rhett Ellison signing, but I like Kyle Rudolph a little bit more than I do Rhett Ellison because I think he has more of a role on this team more than Rhett Ellison does because I think Kyle Rudolph is just a better player overall. So I do like this pickup for the Giants. It might have been a slight overpay because he is getting $7 million a year, but it's only a 2-year contract, and it's not very long. He's still 31 years old, so he's not that old. And, he has veteran experience. He's been in the league for a while. He's been in the playoffs. He had that game-winning touchdown in New Orleans against the Saints 2 years ago. So, he has playoff experience, and he's a pretty good ball player. He's one of the better tight ends. Well, he used to be one of the better tight ends in the NFL. I really do like this pickup for the Giants. I'm not expecting him to be a dynamic player. I'm not expecting him to... I think he'll be better than Rhett Ellison and Levine Toilolo. I'm expecting him to be better than those guys, but I'm not expecting Kyle Rudolph to be an elite tight end for this team. I'm really not, and I don't think Giants fans should expect that out of him either. But I like this pickup. It's nothing crazy, but I'm not gonna jump for joy over it. But I really do like this pickup for the Giants, and he's good backup. Unless Evan Engram is traded, he's a good backup behind Evan Engram, and maybe even possibly Kyle Pitts, another guy I'll talk about near the end of the video. But now let's talk about Evan Engram. So Kyle Rudolph's a Giant, right? And Evan Engram is a guy who cost us probably 2 games last year. He dropped that ball in Philadelphia, and he had, I think he caused, 3 interceptions last year. The guy can't catch the ball when it matters, when it matters most. The guy, he's just not very clutch, and he doesn't really he doesn't really step up when it means most. And he was a first-round selection in the draft in 2017 by Jerry Reese, and he just hasn't panned out for the Giants. He's never healthy. He's injured a lot, and when he is on the field, he hurts this team. Plain and simple, he hurts this team, and you never want those kind of players on your squad. You just don't. So I think the Giants should try to entertain a trade for Evan Engram. Evan Engram is a guy with high upside. He's very talented. I think he's a guy, if he can concentrate and just catch the football, he could be a very good tight end in the NFL and stay healthy too. That's another thing. But we could get good draft picks. We could get good players from Evan Engram. I really think we can. I think he has, high trade value. I really do. I think from this guy, I think if we trade Evan Engram, I think we can get a lot of draft picks. We can get more players from the draft to add depth to this team, or maybe even a starter. If I'm not expecting like a first-round pick or a second-round pick. Probably going to be a third, fourth-round pick, but they could really help this team because guys like Tay Crowder, guys like Darnay Holmes, guys like who else? What's another good example? I can't really think of anyone right now. What's his name? Matt Pert. Matt Pert's another guy. Like third-round, fourth-round picks that have came up to the team and helped out. Cam Brown's another guy. What's the guy? Carter Coughlin. Carter Coughlin's another. He was a 7th-round pick, I think, and he's helped out this team. So I think the Giants should trade Evan Engram for draft picks. I think the Giants could get some good players from those draft picks, and it's never a bad. It's always a good thing to have more draft picks because who doesn't want more draft picks? You can never have enough depth on a football team. It's always a good thing to have. So I think the Giants should entertain a trade for Evan Engram, maybe to a team like the Packers, the 49ers. And, they've been in Evan Engram trade rumors before. They're a team that needs it. If there's a team out there that needs a tight end, I think Evan Engram is the perfect fit for your team because I think the Giants are going to trade this guy because they signed Kyle Rudolph, and Evan Engram hurt this team, and he was, in a lot of trade rumors the past few seasons. He's been in a lot of trade rumors, and he just hasn't panned out. As a first-round draft pick. He just hasn't. I think all Giants fans can admit that. He just hasn't been very good for the Giants the past few seasons. He really hasn't had a year where he performed at an elite level. He just hasn't. So I think the Giants should entertain a trade for Evan Engram. Will they? I'm not sure. I think probably a more likely of a chance that Evan Ingram's going to stay, but I think there is a chance that he could be traded from the New York Giants to another squad. I think it's very possible. I think the Giants should do this because if we trade Evan Ingram, we're picking at 11. Kyle Pitts has a possibility of being at number 11, and he's probably going to be the best player available. Because if we're going to sign Kenny Golladay, which it looks like we are, we're probably not going to get Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith. So Kyle Pitts is going to be the best offensive weapon on the market. The Giants should add this guy. If they trade Evan Ingram before the draft, and we already have Kyle Rudolph as a backup, he's a very serviceable backup. We can get Kyle Pitts as our starting tight end. He can be an elite weapon for this offense and just provide Daniel Jones for another weapon. And he's the guy that actually holds on to the football. I think the Giants should do that. I think they should trade Evan Ingram for more draft picks and select Kyle Pitts with the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. I want to know your thoughts on what the Giants should do with Evan Ingram down in the comments below. It's a very, it's a situation that's probably gonna have a lot of mixed opinions. Probably a lot of a lot of Giants fans out there are gonna want to keep him. A lot of Giants fans probably want to trade him because, you're thinking as a Giants fan, who would want a guy that hurts your team by dropping balls to, give the other team the win. What kind of team would want that kind of player? But Evan Ingram was a first-round draft pick, and he has a lot of talent. I think, other NFL teams could notice that Evan Ingram has a lot of talent, and he has potential to be a really good tight end. So I think the Giants should trade Evan Ingram before the draft and, find a way to draft Kyle Pitts. If he's available, I think we should draft Kyle Pitts at number 11 if we do end up trading Evan Ingram, and we can have Kyle Rudolph and Levine Toilolo as our backups. I want to know your thoughts on what we should do with Evan Ingram down in the comments below, and what are your thoughts on the Kyle Rudolph signing? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Do you think it's an overpay? Do you think we paid him the right amount of money? I'd love to know your thoughts on the Kyle Rudolph signing down in the comments below, and what are your thoughts on the complicated Evan Ingram situation? I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm pretty sure it's going to get a lot of mixed opinions. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and there's going to be a lot more Giants content coming out in the next few days. Kenny Galladay's probably going to sign pretty soon. He's probably going to make his decision. Let's pray to God, Giants fans, that he is going to select the New York Giants. It's looking pretty good right now. I'm confident that Kenny Golladay will be a Giant at least by tomorrow. I really hope it does happen because we need a number one wide receiver in the worst way, and Kenny Golladay is one of the best receivers in the NFL when healthy. I think the Giants should sign this guy right now. Well, it's not going to be right now, but you know what I mean. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys next time. Next time probably means pretty soon. Go Giants.